So, but let's start off with the Arsenal news, and I'm just gonna start off by saying, no matter Weke, I keep getting Ches sending me every single update from Fabrizio Romano. At this point, I have a feeling Fabrizio gets like a percentage from Chelsea signings because
Of course he does.
the amount of news he gets from Chelsea Direct. It's like Arsenal are not briefing this, that there's a new round of talks for Madueke. Arsenal would want to keep this quiet as much as possible, as the fans are going to go crazy every time they see Madueke news. But this is the third update he's given us in the last literally week. He's given us 3 updates on Madueke. And then Eze, which I've heard from people I know close to the club, that the Eze deal is a lot closer to being complete, and he could be an Arsenal player by the end of the weekend, which I'll have to wait and see if it's true. But Noni Madueke, surely. You know what? Let's start with the neutral. Kaz, surely Arsenal don't do another mad thing and sign another Chelsea player.
Hey, the script's already written, no? This is the script. I just want to know how much Chelsea want to sell him for. I know Chelsea's going to ask
They want 40 to 50 mil.
That's
the price has been set by Newcastle. So
they want 40 to 50 mil. Are they?
That's I think sadly that's not going to happen because of Elanga. Shout out to Elanga for doing that for Newcastle.
Oh yeah, big up, man. We got 20% sell-on because it actually might be more as well. So we're gonna be pocketing.
They're trying to do it. The Elanga bid for about 55 million total. I would assume Chelsea probably want within that region of 50 million. 55.
Yeah, but he's nowhere near as good as Elanga though.
So. Wait. What? Elanga's gone? Let me see. Where is he?
He's not gone yet.
Not gone yet, but they're trying to. So they're sitting at 50.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Elanga's a better player than Noni Madueke.
Listen, I think Chelsea would say if Elanga's 55. We'd want within that region, so that'll probably be 50 million.
To be fair,
a better player.
If Chelsea, you know what? If Chelsea say that, that's a good thing for you, Egal, because you won't pay that.
Elanga's a better player than Noni Madueke.
Can I just say something though? Yeah, and Kaz, you know this. Last time we told them to pay a certain fee for a certain player, they paid it for us.
They got a different director of football now.
Oh, listen, we all hear that all the time until we'll see what happens there. But
we're gonna have to talk about Man City. but guys, do you honestly believe Arsenal's gonna sign Noni Madueke, bringing him back?
I genuinely listen. I think you know what. If I'm being honest and serious, I think probably Madueke's current growing price will probably be on about 45 million. I want to say 45 million, and maybe it becomes 45 plus 5 million add-ons, something within that range. You probably buy him for. I think that's what the club genuinely wants, from what I know. Right. So, and again, I told you this before, Egal. Yeah, this is me trying to remove bias. If you look at him, as I think that your club is looking at as a depth option, he's going to be behind Saka. Could possibly play for you on the left if necessary. Doesn't mean he's going to be starting there, right? I actually don't think he's a bad option if you look at him as a depth option exclusively, not as a star.
This is what was reported from Hand of Arsenal, saying Arsenal have spoken with his reps, not advanced, no personal terms agreed. Chelsea officials have denied any bid or anything being done. The player has expressed interest in the project, but has reservations over competing with Bukayo Saka. Furthermore, the player is not keen on playing on the left side either. It's true that there's interest, it's genuine, but as of today, that's it. So
obviously, this news came out 2 days later, though. Obviously, which is today.
This was 2 days ago. Basically, telling us this is key, though. If he doesn't want to play as a left winger and he's not confident that he can overtake Saka, why would he come here?
For me, but then listen, this is where the manager comes in, right? What is the manager telling him to convince him to come to the club, right? The fact that you guys are still speaking of Madueke means to me that you believe in him and you're trying to convince him essentially to come to the club, isn't it? So. That's the way I look at it, Egal, if that makes sense.
Believe Andre Berta is playing a game and we're not signing any more Chelsea rejects. I think Andre Berta is doing what he does. He's a new type of director where I've never seen an Arsenal director try to go for multiple deals at the same time and then pick which one he wants. Usually we go for one, and then if it fails, we go for a second. Then if it fails, we go for a third. This guy's doing all 3 at the same time. Is that it? He might be right. The super chat might be right, guys. Do you guys think Andre Berta's way of doing business might just be the reason why we're seeing all these links to players? And we might not even sign Madueke. We might not even sign some of these guys.
I think you got to wait. I don't think we've got a enough
sample size.
Yeah, we need to kind of clock what's going on.
The
I'm seeing Sammy Mockwell saying that this whole Rodrigo thing might be too expensive if you decide to go for a striker and that package there, and then
Who reported that right now?
Sammy Mockwell said about an hour ago, saying that there's murmurs about Rodrigo's physicality if he would adapt to the Premier League as well. And I'm thinking, who the hell is running?
I need to ask you this question. Yeah. If Madueke does come through the door, right? It just happens.
Waste of a signing. Waste of a signing. He's not better than Ethan. Waste of a signing.
Ethan Noneri.
Ethan outscored him last season in all comps. Go check it.
Again, that's all comps. He even played way more competitions than Madueke. Sorry. Say our competitions. Sorry, I should say my apologies. But yeah, you get what I mean.
All right, whatever. Your guy was a starter week in, week out, pretty much. This guy was coming off the bench, doing super impacts. I think if we were to sign Noni Madueke today, it would be a huge mistake, similar to what we did with Kai Havertz. I don't want another Chelsea player coming into this club and messing up our wage bill, or coming in and being
if you remember with Havertz, you got Jorginho earlier.
Whoa.
So you never know.
Hey, Jorginho was.
Wait.
I just don't think it's a situation where we should get Madueke. We can get better players. We don't need to go and buy players from Chelsea. And even then, we have Trossard, we have Martinelli. If we get in Eze and Rodrigo, what's the point of having Noni Madueke?
Depth again.
To raise your level.
That's your depth. Again,
Noni Madueke is not better depth than Ethan. He's not good on the ball. He's not good on the ball. He's not good at
stay on brand, Egal. It's a stay on brand.
Telling me, one of the Arsenal fans that I had a show with the other day was telling me that if you look at our bench in the semi-final, we had a lot of young academy kids on there, not enough, necessary depth and experience there. Madueke's got European experience. He's been in the European quarter final.
Bro, I'd rather keep Reece Nelson.
Well, then Reece Nelson's out here, mate. He's at Fulham. He's down the road from me.
He's on loan. He wasn't sold.
Egal, wouldn't you say it's on brand?
Was Reece Nelson sold? I thought he was sold.
No, he was on loan.
Really?
We still have Reece Nelson.
So you actually still get Reece Nelson back? No,
if we're doing Man MSC, Reece Nelson is just as good as Noni Madueke. I don't care what anybody tells me.
That's not true, bro. Because again, the numbers just show that right now. The numbers show that.
Ahmed, can I say this? Doesn't it seem on brand? Because I may have mistaken. There's a lot of things that have been happening on social, but I thought Arsenal's account talked about receiving a Chelsea player and raising levels. If they get Madueke, isn't that another player to raise the level?
Listen,
it's on brand. It's called brand.
Don't gaslight me.
Listen, Willian was there to raise the level. David Luiz was there to raise the level.
It's on brand.
My goalkeeper was there to raise the level. So
it's on Arsenal brand. It's very consistent.
Nah, you guys are.
All I'm saying. No, I'm not trying to piss you off here. But listen, look at what he did. Look at what he did with Havertz. Arteta has been improving him and making him actually around about 15 goals per season. Now, Madueke, you can probably do the same with Madueke, right? Raise him to a level where if Saka is not available for you, bring on Noni, and he can still do a job that's consistent for you, bro. That's why again. I think for me, and I said this before, you just need to see him as a depth piece, bro. Don't look at him as a starter.
Can he view himself? Yeah. Can he view himself as a depth piece? Because
if he's still talking to him, it's looking like he's open, isn't it? Then
Gal, don't let them try and gaslight you into anything.
I'm not trying to gaslight, bro.
Noni Madueke is a fucking horrible signing. Yeah, period. I hear of his backup, but remember, you need a starting left winger that's better than Martinelli and
I don't
Trossard.
think he comes in as a
Madueke.
I'd rather keep Trossard. Well, I'd rather keep Trossard than Martinelli.
If you ask me who'd you rather have, Madueke or Martinelli, I'm picking Madueke anyways, because I think he's just a better footballer in general. But he's not. It's like they're two styles of different players.
I would rather have Martinelli's upside than Noni Madueke's upside.
but you would, because obviously, like, I'm just thinking of when it comes to low blocks, I think Martinelli's arse, man. Can't lie. I think Noni Madueke's got more to his game in that scenario, innit? And you play a lot.
The thing about is, what you need to understand here is you have to ask yourself, because Chelsea tried to do this at the this season. They said Noni's great at beating his man, but it's about his final decision making when it comes to shooting, or then was it crossing or passing, right?
Why do we need more
Arteta? Wait. The question you have to ask here, because Chelsea thought that Mercy could improve that. Sadly, that did not work out, right? Arteta, if Arteta believes he can improve his decision-making process, then I don't really see the issue with bringing in a guy like Madueke, bro. That's what I'm just gonna say.
All right, let's get to serious matters at hand. Eze seems to be actually happening though. We're
Great
talking
signing.
about Rodrigo.
How
who
much is
could
he gonna be,
happen.
by the way? I don't know. I'm just
The
curious.
reports are 68 million was what the release clause is, but Arsenal could agree a 60 million pound deal.
That's outrageous, by the way. That's a very good deal for him. I'll be honest. 60 million is a very
Former
good deal.
Arsenal academy player, homegrown, can play in the 10, can play in the left wing, can play in the right wing, can do all of it. And there was even a rumor floating around that Odegaard might be injured, but that was quickly debunked this morning. So that might have something to do with why Arsenal's moving so quick to try to get that deal sorted. I'm quite excited about Eze to Arsenal. I think regardless if we were to have gotten Rodrigo or not, I think Eze is a level raiser. I don't know about you, what you guys think. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Eze for me is definitely a level raiser because you're mate, when it comes to your creativity of your midfield, Declan Rice ain't creative. Zubimendi can be from deep, but that's like a required certain kind of phase of play that needs to happen for it to be creative. And then when it comes to Odegaard, you should be relying on just him solely in it, let alone a 17-year-old kid and even in your Mandarian. So it's just, I think for me it's a 10 out of, individually. I think it's like a 8, 9, 10 out of 10 signing. I'll be real.
Yeah, I heard from some people, they're saying this deal is going to be the first like big deal Arsenal does after Zubimendi's.
You like to think so if it's a release clause. A release clause should be easy to do. You cut out the middleman. Done.
Apparently, we're paying less than the release clause. Apparently, we're gonna pay less than the release clause by 8 million.
I'll tell you now, yeah. Palace are not
and give them the money.
I don't think Palace is going to accept that.
No. Palace were agreeing to a release clause with installments. We're basically going to give them. We're going to pay 8 million less to give them more money up front.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
That makes more sense then because they need money for the. Obviously, they in Europa League now want to spend a bit more.
Yeah, and also
Conference League maybe.
We kind of ripped them off with Rob Holding.
That's true. Actually,
they
might have been Europe at all.
What do you mean? You ripped them off just for fucking Nketiah recently?
Yeah,
that's true. That too.
They paid 30 million for him, isn't it? So
you guys know Rob Holding has played 3 professional games since he left.
Gabriel Hensey is going to be joining your staff.
Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and leave a comment down below what you thought of that video you just watched.